Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostle GMS who teach and rule well. And salutation to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. I'm going to get into this article about Epstein here. And this is Epstein's estate shells out $50 million to pedo financiers victims. But there's strings attached. He dished out $50 million to these people him and his pedophile buddies had on his different islands. And right here is a picture of one of his islands in the Virgin Islands, where you got this guy Flanagan here in Chicago. He just got popped off. Two more. One person came about a solid month ago. Two more popped up recently. And he hasn't been arrested. He hasn't been charged with anything, but he's still, and he's a free man. Basically, all I'm trying to say. Got R. Kelly. He was messing with grown women. He enslaved the grown women, which makes, you got money. These women come to your house. They want your money. You tell them what to do. They don't want to listen. They try to leave. You can't hold them against their will. But I truly understand where R. Kelly was coming from, because he was paying for these women everything for him, but at the same time, you ain't supposed to just be keeping company with these whores, man. Scriptures go into that. But R. Kelly and these other guys who are envious of these guys, they go through a lot of things. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy thing that they got, But the point I was making was, it was grown women that R. Kelly was dealing with. And it wasn't like he had a pistol to their head. He just told them that he wasn't gonna feed them, and he wasn't gonna give them no more clothes if they left out the house. So the women went and told their parents what was going on. The parents charged him with adult type of slavery, some type of thing, and he's been locked up for some time. And they want to slam the book on him. They really want to put him down in jail. Well, Epstein right here, he supposedly killed himself in jail or whatever, but you still have people who are affiliated with him who are still alive and still around, like his mistress, But at the end of the day, I'm just here to I'm just gonna point out, facts. That these guys aren't in trouble like other people are, man. They get slaps on the wrist. They call them little white collar crimes. They got all sorts of legal jargon that they can use to get out of the situations that they be in. Let me read a little of this article. I'm gonna bring some verses. He says, the state of well-connected pedophile Jeffrey Epstein has paid out nearly $50 million to victims of a late financier in just 6 months, new court filings have revealed. Over 100 accusers applied for payment from the Epstein Victims Compensation Fund after it was set up in U.S. Virgin Islands, where Epstein's infamous private islands were located last year. Documents have revealed that the state shelled out $49.8 million from the pot of cash to unspecified number of victims between June and December 31st. The payout comes with strings attached, as women who gain compensation through the fund must agree to waive their rights to file lawsuits against the estate, because they could get more money from the estate. They're only getting paid out a certain amount of this $50 million, But when the lawsuit comes out, it could be more. The payout comes with strings attached to women who gain compensation. So this is women who are going in on him. They said he was having sex with kids and everything, and his wife would just watch. And that's the picture of the wife right there. He says court documents revealed Epstein's estate had assets worth $240.8 million at the end of last year, along with another $49 million in cash on hand. Meanwhile, Gulfstream G550 private plane belonging to the convicted pedophile was sold for nearly $10.5 million in recent months. The sex offender's art collection has valued at nearly $339,000. The status of Epstein's notorious Lolita Express Boeing 727 jet, on which former U.S. President Bill Clinton was reportedly a frequent flyer, is not known. So this man had a jet. He had his own personal G550 Then he also had a 727 jet. Man had some money. Epstein was arrested in July 2019 and charged with sex trafficking by federal prosecutors. He was found dead in a New York jail cell the following month. His death was officially ruled as a suicide. However, many have raised questions about the circumstances surrounding him. And we know that there's a cover-up. They done took Epstein up out of that cell, and he's in one of these European countries, blended in with the rest of them, man. You know. But at the end of the day, let me bring out some scriptures. This is Psalm 73, and I'm going to start at 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. You know, Epstein has an island. He has these financial guys that come in. He rubs elbows with all the elites. But at the same time, this is not our place of rest, and this is wickedness he does, man. Because, when you go into the depth of this stuff, some of these, now they're women, but these were little girls at one point, And, if you ever look up Epstein's things that he used to do, he used to, he would have these little girls, well, not even Slocky. The elite alone, they have a system where they have undocumented kids and stuff like that, where these kids don't even have birth certificates. They're not even really alive. I mean, to the world, they're alive, but they're not to the, they don't have the paperwork and stuff. So we don't know where they came from and things like that. I've seen multiple cases of this, of how they have babies born and they go ahead and raise them and groom themselves just to be, if they don't eat their organs or body parts, raise them to be sex toys and stuff like that. And that's all they'll know their whole life. They'll start off as little as kids and be nothing but sex toys, man. So don't be envious of the wicked. Let me continue. Psalms 73 and 4. For there are no bands in their depth, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, man. Epstein, this is his kingdom right now. So this is the top of the line, Edomite, what we're looking at right here. As far as, he did what he did, he got away with it, and the public and the news, they cover it up, because they don't ever point the finger or label it what he is, a monster, but they're not in trouble as other men. So the news is not going to paint these pictures. They're not going to paint these narratives of who they truly are. They're going to sweep it under the rug. They'll blame it on this person. They'll blame it on that person. Epstein supposedly was killed supposedly committed suicide because of how many people he knew, and he was going to, and supposedly, once he went to court, they were going to ask for some of these people that were at these islands, like, what were you guys doing on these islands and stuff like that, man, But, so they're not in trouble like other people are, man. And you see how much money he had and how many jets he had and elbows he could rub at any, flick his fingers and the top elites would come to him. He was hanging with Bill Clinton, man. Not to mention the other numerous people he hung with, the Prince Henry, if I'm not mistaken. He has picture books and pictures of everybody he's hung with, and how Esau is, they're very prideful, so he'll take pictures and smile and at these different events, and you'll be like, man, who is this dude here? He's not a part of the Prince Henry's family cabinet or anything, but then, you'll find a bunch of those guys, The elites have their own little string of people who they work for and work with. I mean, he has that kind of money. I don't know where exactly an elite, how far elite ladder he is, but he used to hang on him. He had his own island, and he got away with a lot of things. So, and he was threw parties on this island. So he was like he was a type of host for the elites, as well as him doing his own thing. This is Proverbs 3:31. Envy not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, man. And choose Epstein's ways, it's wicked, man. And we can't be jealous of the oppressor, man, and jealous of the things that Epstein is getting away with at the same time, man. Like I gave you instances of R. Kelly, the things that he did, but at the same time, R. Kelly is a wicked man too as well, man. He chose to dwell in his. He chose to shake hands and do business with Esau, and you see what Esau was turn his back upon him, man. And how they turn his back. Yeah, they turn his back upon him, man. This is Proverbs 23:17. Let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long, man. And that's what we say, man. The fear of the Lord was not upon R. Kelly. He wanted to do business with Esau. He wanted to dwell in Esau's system. And still, when he got caught up back in the day dealing with Aaliyah, he still tried to deal with young girls, knowing that Esau's system would not allow that. And everything he should have been doing was more discreet. But, these entertainers, they want everybody to see them, and it's all about, being seen. So what did Esau do? He's seen enough, and he put him in jail. And so R. Kelly is down, and Epstein supposedly killed herself and is on the go. His wife is this girl right here in the picture. She's on the run. Not even on the run. They know where she's at. She just she said, "I'm not gonna go to court," and she's playing. She's doing all sorts of things to keep herself out of court. Which once again, it's Esau's kingdom. They could do that, and they are not in trouble. Like the first verse I read. Let me bring it back. Psalms 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So they'll be able to get away with these crimes that they commit, and no prosecution, nothing to happen to them. You see, they'll just dish out money to the victims. That'll be the thing to happen. When Father Flanagan rapes these guys, and these other fathers of these Catholic churches rape these guys, what do they get? What do the victims get? Nothing but lifelong torment from the rapers. Because all that happens to these dudes is they move around from one parish to another parish. It happens here in Chicago all the time, man. They'll go from north side to the south side to the east side to the west side. Just move along through different parishes, sweep whatever he did under the rug, and they'll be all right. And this is just another stage of Esau sweeping it under the rug and calling the white crowd crime. He'll be all right. With that being said, I just wanted to point out some little points in this little video about, how they're not in trouble, man. I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.